continue mission broadcast. This really is all about our military, both active duty and vets and stuff. But once again, this all applies to the military. Who's in the White House applies. Who's Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. I'm overjoyed. Pete Hegseth, and a lot of the moves. I'm not at a point at all that I'm going to micromanage any of these decisions just this second. Especially it's on the fly. For example, a lot of people would describe a guy like Senator Rubio, who I deeply respect. Who he was at war with Trump during the campaigning. People don't remember. I will say, campaign's one thing, but everybody kisses and makes up it to form the administration. And to hear Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, I'm saying I like that. I wouldn't. There are some people out there that maybe would call Rubio maybe a little bit of a rhino, or whatever, has been around a long time. And I'm saying, don't micromanage stuff right this second. Remember, this is literally just a week plus from election time. There is what I would say is, quote, a new warp speed. But Trump is putting together his cabinet and his advisors, his team of rivals, all that stuff. Remember, he's not even president yet. Our president is Joe Biden. So I just remind everybody, and our vice president is Kamala Harris. Okay, just to remind everybody. But he's putting together his cabinet really quickly, and once again, I encourage my Republican friends and even Democrats, from just taking a break a little bit until cabinet's formed. We see how the dust is settled. So far, I'm thrilled. I have had to tell a few of my Republican, especially libertarian friends, don't micromanage these cabinets. Sometimes we see cabinets put in, and these advisors don't do anything for 4 years. They're symbolic positions, think Canada. How many people in Ottawa actually do something that makes a change? But we're talking about change every single day. The toughest part of the entire goal here is to make government leaner and meaner, not meaner. Watch that tough word, right? Oh, don't be mean. That scares me. That triggers me. Make it more efficient, much like the good old Twitter, where Musk made it more efficient. It's down to like 1,500 employees, lean and mean like a Swiss watch. I've always said 2-3 guys in Washington, or people in Washington with 2 or 3 computers, could probably run national healthcare right now. It's a brand new world. To all our Roe v. Wade folks, I just want to let you know, we're not 1972 anymore. Okay? 1972 is a long way. That was when Roe v. Wade. I can't believe I talked about Roe v. Wade. But for everybody, we're in a brand new world here, 2024. Nothing really applies to the past. Total side note, we can save babies now that we never save 20, 30, 40 years ago. Right up to, here we go. Won't get into that conversation, but there's a lot of, as they say, conversations and working together. I think that has now been, is now on a trajectory. It's on a trajectory forward. And honestly, I sound like I'm going a little back and forth here, but there's so much on all of our minds. But as 2025 rolls out, barring the unforeseen, I think we're going to see a wave where, honestly, I think we're going to see record Democrats that just come on board for the American people. Again, I'll keep going to team of rivals. And I really pray, I really mean it. I really pray that this whole woke world, I'm calling it woke world, period. I think it's about 8 or 10 years. I pray it's only 8 or 10 years. I've written about this woke era where we're worried about what we're saying and worried about blah, 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 and worried about the thought police and the language police. That I think this era is going to go away, maybe even out of fashion, like bell bottoms or pet rocks. And I think they will call it, as I've published, the stupid era. The stupid era. We believed men were women, this type of thing. But boy, ranting a little bit here, Val. I honestly am so thrilled to be back on the air with you. Thrilled to be moving forward in a positive and hopefully really work together way within the country that brings on record Democrats, record Republicans coming together. So if that's a theme, that's cool. If team of rivals is a theme, that's cool. It's easy to win. It's tough to lose. So let's all just keep that in mind, and especially Republicans, just now is the time to just be humble and to work with others. Back to you, Val.
I like that, Greg. I think that